The Milwaukee Mile is the oldest racing circuit in continuous use in the world.
Drivers, start your engines.
Command has been given.
Which has seen racing for over a century. We are racing, we are green, and Palou sweeps in front of Malukas, who defends his position, and McLaughlin immediately up and into third place as we go 3 wide immediately through turn 1.
3 wide in the middle, I think 4 wide in the back as Malukas tries to get it done on the outside for the lead.
Look at Connor Daly there in the purple car, 3 wide at the back and going big once again, and Connor Daly makes it work.
Oh, big one!
Crash.
Big one at the back, and that is Nolan Siegel into the wall.
Looks like Nolan's the only car caught up in it.
See Nolan Siegel down low on the patch, and there's not a lot of grip, and James, I think he just clipped the left front on the apron.
I think he got that curb. I think he got that yellow curbing down on the inside.
Take a look.
And take a look at Will Power, tucked up underneath his teammate as Kirkwood goes to put the move on Daly, but Daly says, not right now. And that will give O'Ward a chance, but we have caution. We have yellows out. And I cannot see.
Scott Dixon down there on the bottom. Oh, is that a puff of smoke out of Dixon's car? And then this, a spin. An almost spin from Graham Rahal. What a save.
Now he goes. Green flag waves, Palou punches it, and Malukas goes with him. Malukas to the high line. Has momentum, but Palou has the line. But on exit, Malukas keeps it stuck in and takes the lead. Wonderful move from Little Dave.
Right now.
Absolutely. Best run that Malukas has had, and he goes for it inside of Abel.
Makes the move. Abel keeps it stuck in around the outside, but the leader will take that position. Is clear now, and Palou takes immediate advantage as well, and we'll have the run on Abel up into turns 3, 4, and that's a smooth move for the champion.
David Malukas is leading this race with someone different in his ear, running strategy today than he is used to. James Schnabel, his engineer, and also his strategist, and Palou is going to come through. Lead change. We'll revisit this in a moment.
Nicely done, Kevin. Palou does indeed take advantage of that and moves back into the lead of this race. Malukas dropping back. Malukas, here comes Will Power though on Pato O'Ward up on the inside, and that is a lovely move from the driver of the number 12. Your race winner last time out at Portland.
James, you weren't kidding. Palou has put almost 3 seconds on David Malukas. Look at McLaughlin, the first Penske driver, as Marcus Armstrong makes his stop, and now the first Penske driver, Will Power, to pit lane.
That's going to be interesting to see how the likes of O'Ward, Daly, McLaughlin, those drivers ahead, react to this.
So what this does right now is it's going to put the drivers like Will Power a lap down, but on much fresher tires, going much faster, able to cut around traffic. Can you get some work done? We see Scott McLaughlin coming into the pit lane,
and O'Ward
as well,
and Herter.
Guys, this is
Dixon.
I don't think this is a 3-stopper.
I don't think so.
Everyone seems to be abandoning
Georgia.
For this pit stop, Scott McLaughlin said he was a little loose on exit. They're going to go for those sticker tires and fill it up with fuel. It was a quick stop.
Oh, and Dixon almost into McLaughlin on pit lane.
Will that be reviewed as an unsafe release for the number 3, Pato O'Ward, down and away from that first pit stall?
So where does Connor Daly come out relative to those that pitted earlier for fresher tires?
I'll tell you what they've been doing, guys, is they've been watching Alexander Rossi. And if you look, he's right now behind Scott McLaughlin, so it's worked out well for him as the leader is in, Kev.
So numerically, they have a chance at doing it on 2 more stops. But remember how much caution there was as the top 2 come in, and they are pitted right next to each other. Alex Palou will have to weave out after getting Shell 100% renewable fuel and Firestones, and then David Malukas will follow him from AJ Foyt Racing.
That's pretty interesting because Alex Palou, I think, pitted in no man's zone. I think he's now on a 4-stopper because the pace was falling off so much. Where does he come out, Will?
Well, here comes Palou, and here comes McLaughlin onto the backstretch. McLaughlin will have his tires up to temperature, will have the pace advantage, and will be hunting down Palou into 3 and into 4. 1 car in between them. Alexander Rossi has managed to move up so many positions that he will be in a very real 4th place. Brilliant strategy from ECR.
And that's what I was saying, guys, is he was able to get those new tires working. Other drivers, other teams, other strategists saw that pace advantage he had and said, we got to pit now, or Rossi's going to be leading this thing before too long.
78 laps complete. We had the caution at the start for Siegel's crash, and then we had Graham Rahal spin, but now we have a different kind of racetrack where the high line is really starting to find all of that spent Firestone rubber, and this is usually where our next caution comes from, is somebody getting a little high.
And this is big, almost 9 seconds. The Spaniard is absolutely scything through this field in a manner that no one else can replicate. It is an absolute masterclass right now from our 4-time champion.
Well, and we're handling even worse.
Here comes Palou on Ferrucci, trying it once again, and Ferrucci loves to hang it around the outside, but this time ultimately has to cede position to the race leader and to the champion. Palou gets through. Santino doesn't want to let him go, though. Will make an attempt to repass him, but I think in the form that Palou is in today, he's just going to go off after the next driver. McLaughlin and Malukas from 2nd and 3rd come into pit lane. Once again, Palou will be the last of the leaders to pit. Georgia.
Scott McLaughlin said he was struggling to get off the corner during that stint. Fresh tires and fuel for McLaughlin. Kevin.
David Malukas is coming in. We'll see Alex Palou in just a moment. For Malukas, solid stop for the AJ Foy Racing team, but it's taking time. They've got a problem and losing all kinds of precious time, and the car is back up on the jacks as Palou comes down. And a yellow is come out.
Oh, and that's Will Power. Will Power is off and on track, and wouldn't you know it, the luck for Alex Palou shows no sign of disappearing. Made it in just in time before that yellow flag. But David Malukas now will lose a lap to the leader as Palou gets out ahead of him.
Trying to go around Kiffin Simpson, gets up a little high, hits those marbles. You see the second he gets into those marbles, pretty hard into the wall in turn 2.
Palou will get us back to green through the final corner. Malukas will go with him, and Malukas will try to get that lap back and go back past him, but with the form that Alex Palou has been in today, it's going to be tough as we get back to racing ways, and McLaughlin finds himself under pressure from Pato O'Ward immediately.
Track sweepers have been busy, so the high line is clean now, and drivers are taking advantage. Look at Alexander Rossi 3 wide.
It's a Prema in the middle, and on the bottom is Christian Lundgaard. Lundgaard, who finds himself up in 4th place, but now 5th as Rossi makes his way past.
Rossi using the Prema machine as a bit of a blocker, but now Lundgaard down on the inside, making it stick on the number 20. But no, Rossi rolling that speed on the outside. He's going to have a bit of a draft. O'Ward trying to get around Louis Foster side by side. Not an inch between them, guys.
Lundgaard keeping that position, and what a brilliant run, what a brilliant strategy from McLaren to get him up from 17th on the grid, up and fighting for the podium places. Now here comes Joseph Newgarden, who was having a pretty difficult day up to this point. He makes the move, and he's going to move up to 5th. A brilliant job from Joseph Newgarden.
Newgarden starting to find his feet. That's what we've come to expect out of Joseph Newgarden on short ovals, and he is not done outside of Lundgaard in turn 4. Bold, decisive, and effective.
Magnificent. Little wiggle on exit, has a good exit, has the inside line, and now Newgarden has a podium place. Fantastic. Yeah. Absolutely brilliant from the Penske driver. The Prema of Callum Ilott gets taken away from pit lane, which he just entered a little bit on fire. Smoke pour.
You see right there, out of the left bank of the engine. And so the caution comes out because you just don't know if there's oil on the racetrack. You can't take that risk.
And Armstrong does take us back to racing. And immediately the 2 McLarens go side by side down into turn 1.
Pato O'Ward on the inside. He's going to get that position. Power going way high. Look at Armstrong. Falling like a rock.
Nothing. No pace. And here come the ECRs.
So important for the spotters right now to give the trailing drivers a heads up about how slow Armstrong is going to be so that you don't get tripped up. Connor Daly in that purple car doing what he does best, going high and looking handsome.
Whoa, so close to the back of Carl Kirkwood ahead of him. Now Daly tucks to the inside of the Andretti driver. Brilliant stuff from Connor Daly, but look at Armstrong. He's just hanging on.
It's what we were just talking about, guys. It's the worst position to be in as a driver.
And this is Palou putting the move on Marcus Ericsson, and they do touch.
Massive touch.
Strong, so the gap between himself and Palou, there was no cars. Now, including Felix Rosenqvist, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now Rasmussen's in, so too is Christian Lundgaard. This key for the battle with Connor Daly, because Juncos have been keeping Daly out for longer. But remember, the very first round of stops earlier today, it was Rossi who pulled the pin first. It was Rossi who made up the most positions by doing so. Has he played this perfectly? Have ECR played this perfectly once again by bringing both of their drivers in?
McLaughlin still feels loose on exit. He brings the 3 to the attention of his crew. This one is supposed to take him to the end, so they're going to fill it up with shell fuel. And he is down and away.
Alex Palou, Joseph Newgarden is in as well, and Jack is standing by waiting for them.
I am Will, and this has been such a race of patience for the number 2 of Joseph Newgarden, but they have massaged this car throughout every pit stop, and he has been flying. Kevin.
Further up ahead, it's Alex Palou making his final stop. He's got 54 laps to go to finish this one off. It is a smooth stop. He is going to have a lap car right in front of him. We'll see how he blends in and how much space they made up by stopping a few laps earlier.
Well, here comes Palou. Out of the pits and back onto track. Where does he cycle out? McLaughlin's right there. McLaughlin is going to have a car between himself and Alex Palou, but McLaughlin's tires will be back up to temperature. That car again, I think, is that of Marcus Ericsson. So McLaughlin has cut that gap back, cut it down by stopping earlier, but Palou holds the advantage in traffic.
It's sprinkling right now. It's okay because the track is so warm, but keep an eye on this. There's a very light sprinkle we're feeling.
Of rain?
Yeah, look.
Of rain.
Raindrops on our window
boy.
here in the booth as the caution comes out.
Yellow for raindrops. Yellow and red flag is out. The striped flag, that means a greasy surface. Yellow for the full caution. Out on track. Those first raindrops then. Just bringing everything.
Going. Green.
Lays down the hammer. Smashes the throttle and gets this thing back to green. Keep your eye on the orange and black McLarens. Keep your eyes on the ECR cars. And you know what? Already it's advantage Alexander Rossi, who absolutely screams up and on the inside. Palou's had a horrible restart. Rossi's had an absolute blinder.
Rossi already side by side with Newgarden, trying to make the pass for third going into turn 3. Side by side further back. Palou enjoying that advantage of lap cars in between them. But these cars with fresh tires, Townsend, they are coming.
And here comes O'Ward, here comes Rasmussen on the inside of Stingray Rob.
So much action there with the Freshie crew as Newgarden now trying to hang to the high side of Kiffin Simpson. It is crazy right in this section.
Finally makes his way past the Ganassi driver, and Rossi will try to do the same, and here comes his teammate Rasmussen, who gets past Pato O'Ward. It's an ECR 4-5 at the moment. The advantage lies with the ECR team. Rossi still gunning for Joseph Newgarden ahead. And here comes Rasmussen. Rasmussen around the outside of O'Ward. It's now ECR 4-5. Rossi looking at the back of Newgarden. Rasmussen looking at the back of Rossi. And the McLarens have dropped from their advantageous position. And it is advantage ECR. And here comes Rasmussen.
Teammate.
Rasmussen with some help from the draft off of Newgarden. But this guy, Rasmussen, has been on fire the last 3 laps.
Ed Carpenter, the owner of both these machines, looking on nervously, anxiously, but also happy to see them running up front.
And there is Newgarden. Rasmussen will not be contained. Rasmussen will not be held back. Rasmussen going for Joseph Newgarden around the outside. Vanishing point ahead, up and on the inside now of Newgarden. Oh, Rasmussen is doing a blinding job. Stunning. He's on the limiter.
He's geared too short for that draft.
All about your
Doesn't matter. Around the outside and another position.
Let's go.
That is second. Let's go is the call. Let's go after Alex Palou and take this victory. Rasmussen's on fire. An Indy Next champion hunts down the 4-time IndyCar champion for what would be the lead, for what could be victory. For the very first time in this championship, he's right with him. He's going to have to go the long way round. Rasmussen keeps it stuck in. Rasmussen is gutsy. Rasmussen is brave. Palou hangs on. They run high.
Clear,
Rasmussen
clear.
has the lead.
Holy cow, what a pass!
Clear.
Magnificent, utterly spellbinding. Where do you rank this kind of a move?
Well, look, what I also love about it is how hard Palou is still fighting, is still racing him for the win. But when he goes to defend down 3, the high line is where Rasmussen's been running all day long. That was his preferred line, so he had no problem hanging it up there, getting his foot buried into the throttle. But that was big commitment from both drivers, just a little bit of a rub coming off of 4, where it nearly came undone. Felix Rosenquist on the inside.
Oh my goodness.
Nothing between them.
But guys, it is so hard. I got sweaty palms. He's still trying. He's still pushing there on Stingray Rob. Meanwhile, Alex Palou has not made any headway behind.
What a drive, James.
What a drive indeed, guys. Remember, he had that speeding penalty, went back to the tail end of the lead lap cars, and he had to do all of his work on the racetrack.
Coming into this weekend, there was a feeling that we could have a first-time winner. And it's going to be one of the most electrifying drivers that we have in the NTT INDYCAR Series. He's a USF 2000 champion. He's an Indy Pro 2000 champion, an Indy Next champion. And with one corner to go, Christian Rasmussen is now an INDYCAR race winner. Sensational. Bravo. Bravo. "25 years old.
Did he go race? Yeah, you just won it, brother. Let's go. Good job, boys. Awesome. Awesome. Wow. What a race.
The crowd are on their feet as they salute a new INDYCAR hero. And you gotta say, guys, it's felt like this has been coming for some time. What an exciting driver we have on our hands. The 25-year-old from Copenhagen, Denmark, wins!
Nice job. Woo!